Hello, and in today's tip, I just wanted to show you how you can put a soakaway in your property if you've got a small garden. And this tip will save you a lot of angst and worry. Okay, so let me just say, let's pretend this is your house. All right, so let's say that's your house. Okay, there, and let's put a little chimney on the house. If you wonder why I put chimneys on the house, it's because I like a coal fire. I don't think you can beat them, to be honest. And let's say this is your garden. And let's say you've got a fence there, and you've got a fence here, and then it all starts again. You've got another house there, look. Okay, there you go. And then that is the neighbour's property there, look. And then that goes on, and the same here. All right, so let's say that's the only space you've got to play with. So let's say this is your septic tank here, all right? And so the waste property comes down from your property here, and it enters to here, okay? All right, so that's the wastewater. All right, so let's say that's your situation. So in effect, you've got a postage stamp size garden. All right, so let's pretend as well that this distance from here to here, let's say that is 5 to 10 meters. And if you want me to convert that over from meters to feet, it's anywhere from 15 to 30 foot. Now, most soakaways are anywhere from like 50 to 75 to 100 feet in length. So how on earth do you put a soakaway in that kind of situation when you've got a postage stamp size garden? Well, it's really, really simple. Let me show you how. You just use, right? In fact, I'm going to draw that again because my drawings, my art, just let me get my eraser here. All right, there we go. My ability to draw rectangles has a lot to be desired at the moment. Okay, so there we go. That's a lot better, isn't it? Okay, so let's say this is your septic tank soakaway crate. And that's exactly what they're called. The septic tank soakaway crates. Do not confuse them with rainwater crates. So let me just stop here, right? Lots of people contact me and say, "Oh, mate, I thought, septic tank crates are illegal." No, they're not illegal. Rainwater crates are illegal. So I'm just going to put this, do not use rainwater crates. There you go. So if I put that in red for you, then we know now not to get confused. Okay, so a septic tank crate is typically about 200 litres. That's typically what they hold, 200 litres, okay? And so what I would do, I've just done it big so you can see there. And so the ideal soakaway system in this instance would be to do a little soakaway pit here, something like that. Then you'd run the outlet pipe from the septic tank to the soakaway pit. So you dig a hole and then you'd put some crates in. So that would be roughly the size of them there. So let's say you've got 9 in there, okay? And then the liquid will go from the septic tank and it will fill up the cavity or the hole that you've got there, and there It will just drain away beautifully into the soil. So if you've got a postage stamp size garden, then go for septic tank soakaway crates. Just a word of warning, lots of builders, to do a cheap job, will buy rainwater crates and put them in your septic tank soakaway. Don't let them do it. Yes, they will save 200 to 300 quid, there's no doubt about it, but the membrane and the other components are completely different from a septic tank soakaway crate. So what happens is this. So I'm going to show you what. So I've shown you what to use in a postage stamp size garden scenario, but let me show you why you should not use rainwater crates. Okay, let me show you why. All right, so let me just show you what happens. All right, so let's say that is a septic tank crate. Now, the way that they're designed, you'll notice that they're designed, they almost look like a milk crate, I suppose. But what they're designed to do, they're designed, see, let me explain how they work. So let's pretend that's a hole. Now, as it stands, that hole there, man, sorry that that's so skewy. Hold on, let me just do that again. Let me just do that again. I must be lopsided, I tell you. So let's do that again. So there we go. That's a tiny bit better. Okay, that's a bit better. So let's say that's your hole. All right, this is your lawn here, right? Once you've dug a hole, you've got there 100% cavity or 100% space, right? Now, the mistake people make is that they think, right, okay, I'm going to dig a hole and I'm going to put some gravel in there. And then all the liquid can soak away in the gravel from the soakaway. But what they don't realise is this, right? When you fill the hole back in with gravel, instead of having 100% cavity or space now, you only literally got about 5 to 10% space. Why? Because you've just filled the hole back in with gravel. It could be bricks, it could be bicycles, it could be windows, it could be anything. The point is you've just filled the hole back in. So why am I telling you this? Well, because soakaway crates allow you to maintain the hole, the cavity. Okay. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. So when you put soakaway crates in, if this, remember this was 100% cavity, wasn't it? All right. So because the water can actually go into each of the crates, actually the crates retain 95% of the original hole or the cavity. So they're very, very clever. Now, if you use rainwater crates, they'll still fill up the same, but this is where the problem is. The membrane that goes around these, number one, the septic tank crates are made slightly differently. Number two, which is important, but number two, this is even more important, the actual membrane that covers the crates, right? The membrane that actually covers the crates on the septic tank membrane, it actually stops water going in and allows water to go out. All right, so that's the difference between primarily between septic tank crates and rainwater crates. Septic tank crates allow water in and the membrane and allow water out. Rainwater crates, the membrane blocks up the entire thing because in sewage effluent, sewage effluent contains something called suspended solids. Right, so sewage effluent contains suspended solids, and I suppose they're like jellyfish, right? And this kind of jelly-like stuff, it blocks all the membrane up if you use rainwater crates, right? And you use rainwater membrane, and it blocks it up, and it puts like a barrier around the crates. And so what happens is the water can go in. Yeah, water sure goes in all right, but then it can't go anywhere. And so what happens is it starts to expand and explode. And so it starts to have an effect, what they call a balloon effect. And the balloon effect basically creates one big balloon of water. And this water now can't go anywhere, and it backs up towards the septic tank and towards your house. So yes, you will have saved 200, 300, 400 quid on buying some rainwater crates, but in 6 months' time or 4 months' time, when you'll have to come back and you'll have to redo your soakaway again. And so you'll end up, for that sake of that horseshoe nail, the battle was lost. So for the sake of 200, 300 quid that you saved, you'll end up losing 1,000 quid or more just because you didn't put septic tank crates and the septic tank membrane in. So there you go. There's my tip of the day. Don't use rainwater crates. All right, so listen, thank you very much for watching. If you want more help and more advice, then just go to septictank.co.uk, and there you'll see loads of septic tank soakaway crates, right? And so there you go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.